This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, South Dunedin locals are banding together to save their post office with a new petition. Southlanders have been raising awareness of bowel cancer with a special fundraising event. And a new study has found Dunedinites are leaving for work early to avoid parking congestion. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. A petition to save the South Dunedin New Zealand Post branch is picking up steam, and one of the organisers has a message for the New Zealand Post executive team.
Taking it to the streets. Brother Graham Donaldson has launched a campaign to save the NZ Post Shop and Kiwi Bank in South Dunedin. NZ Post has decided to close 4 branches in the city. Donaldson says the loss of the South Dunedin branch will have a big impact on local residents.
Well, it's important for so many people, and particularly the elderly, who will be disadvantaged if they have to travel all over to Dunedin to pay their accounts. You can pay over a dozen accounts here.
Donaldson and other locals have banded together to start a petition to voice their objection to the shutdown. He says the proposed move of the postal services into the central city will make life difficult for the elderly.
Well, it's an inconvenience. Look at the parking problem, particularly the elderly. Just under 40% don't have cars here for the elderly.
And the retired teacher has a message for NZ Post from all the residents who are long-time users of the service.
Please think again. Don't make so many people so sad. They've supported you all their lives, now you support them.
Donaldson says he's glad the Dunedin City Council and local MP Claire Curran are supporting their efforts, and he hopes they will have more clout to do something about it. In Dunedin, The South Today.
A cyclist has suffered a broken leg after being hit by a car on Stafford Street this morning. St John Ambulance say the 26-year-old rider sustained moderate injuries. The incident happened at the three-way intersection between Stafford, Alva and Williams Streets. A witness described seeing a cyclist lying on the ground in the middle of the road, covered in a blanket. A couple of police cars were also at the scene. The person was earlier being attended to by members of the public. Southlanders last night helped to open the conversation surrounding one of the country's most prevalent diseases. Around 60 people participated in the Bowl for Bowel Cancer fundraising event in Invercargill as part of a Bowel Cancer Awareness Month.
Every bowl made by these brightly coloured Southlanders helped to strike the stigma surrounding bowel cancer. Bowl for Bowel Cancer on Tuesday night helped to raise over $3,000 for Bowel Cancer New Zealand and also encouraged people to talk about the issue.
The aim is really to raise some funds for Bowel Cancer New Zealand, but also sort of create a bit of awareness around the disease and the warning signs, and just get people talking about it, because it's not a very glamorous topic, but the idea behind it is to talk about it because it's not worth dying of embarrassment about either. So.
Gentle said her own family was one of many in Southland who had been affected by the disease.
My mum's mum and dad both had bowel cancer, and both their mums had bowel cancer, so I guess it's just something that our family's always been aware of. And living in Southland, we have one of the highest rates, unfortunately, in the world of bowel cancer, so it's been quite overwhelming actually, the people that I've talked to over the last 3 or so weeks, sharing their stories, and it's really touched so many Southlanders, so it's a great cause to run down here.
As well as every participant donating money, Gentle said local businesses had shown overwhelming support for the cause.
We've had so many businesses donate prizes for raffles tonight. We've got loads of businesses donating pledges for however many strikes we get tonight, which is a bit exciting. And then we've got 7 or 8 businesses and a few groups of friends come along to bowl as well, so everyone's really getting behind it.
Members of the National Bowel Screening Programme were also on hand to provide information about the disease. Bowel cancer is the second highest cause of cancer death in New Zealand and can be treated if detected early. For more information about bowel cancer, early warning signs and screening, visit beatbowelcancer.org.nz. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
A person has been stabbed in the car park of a Dunedin Burger King. A witness says a group of attackers blocked the victim's vehicle before getting out and stabbing him with a pocket knife. Police say they were called to the stabbing at Burger King on Andersons Bay Road at about 3 o'clock. They found a person had been stabbed and had received a cut to the arm. The witness says the attackers pulled up in a van and blocked the victim's car before stabbing him and driving off. It's thought the attackers and the victim are known to each other and recently traded vehicles. Competition for parking spaces is leading to Dunedin residents heading to work earlier and even avoiding some areas altogether. That's just some of the findings to emerge from the Dunedin City Council's online parking survey.
There may be a shortage of parks, but there's no shortage of parking problems. Nearly 900 Dunedin people have voiced their concerns in a City Council survey. Among the biggest issues was the lack of parking spaces around the university, museum and hospital.
The key findings, I guess, related to the CBD, the hospital and the tertiary precinct, and were around the difficulty people find in getting parks there at certain times of the day. Things we are aware of. We know from community feedback that there are challenges in those spaces just with the demand and the number of people using them, but it was good to confirm that through a survey.
A number of concerns have been highlighted by residents, including availability, pricing, time restrictions, enforcement and the use of technology. Saunders concedes it's a big issue.
Businesses, we know from feedback, like to have parking available for customers, but workers travelling into town like to be able to park close to their business place of work. So we're stuck, and it's a difficult subject for us, and it will take a bit of time for us to work through the various options available.
Adding to the woes, parks have been lost around areas like the museum, while the North Dunedin Cycleway is under construction. But Saunders says reinstating parking machines will help.
There have been parking machines removed, pay parking machines removed during that project to construct the new path, and they haven't been put back yet, and that will make a difference when they go back in terms of the parks available, and they will turn over more, so there'll be more opportunities for museum patrons to use them, but we're also looking at other opportunities.
He insists the main object of paid parking isn't simply revenue gathering. Once the options have been reviewed, another report will go to councillors seeking approval for further consultation. But that won't happen until the start of next year. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, Dunedin could have competition for major events sooner than expected, and young Queenstown ice hockey players get to train with their sporting heroes, so stay with us.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air. Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We've got a deal for you. We bought a huge bulk order from Lee Stretch Moleskin. So comfortable, nice stretchy fabric, and they're in 6 colours. And the deal, $20 off a pair, or if you buy 2 pair or more, $25 off a pair.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
This promotion finishes June 30th.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Welcome back. Dunedin could have competition for major sporting and entertainment events sooner than expected. The Christchurch City Council has confirmed a plan to bring forward $250 million in funding for a covered stadium in Christchurch by 2 years. Mayor Leanne Dazile recommends the council bring forward stadium funding as part of its long-term plan, which was adopted yesterday. The stadium is expected to cost around $500 million and would be partly funded by the government. Young Queenstown ice hockey players have been given a rare chance to train with their sporting heroes ahead of tomorrow night's showdown between the USA and Canada. Players from both teams arrived yesterday to prepare for the highly anticipated Ice Hockey Classic match, with Team USA determined to level the series.
Top tips from world-class athletes, budding young ice hockey players taking the chance to learn from the visiting pros from Team Canada and Team USA.
Stars, we've been working on some game situation stuff, where to move without the puck, calling to get open, bringing the intensity, keeping your legs moving while you have the puck, and obviously finishing for some goals. We like a couple goal scorers out here.
The teams are in Queenstown for the final part of the 3-match Ice Hockey Classic. Canada took the lead last Friday, winning Game 1 8-5 in Auckland.
It's Team Canada versus Team USA. It's the biggest rival in hockey ever, right? So we got passion, it's going to be compete, hard work, it's going to be just a battle on the ice. We got the upper hand the first game, but that's a good hockey club over there. They're going to want to win. They're bringing it, and it's going to be a really exciting, fast, hard-hitting hockey game.
The second game in Wellington was cancelled after a burst pipe and collapsed fencing at Westpac Stadium, but that hasn't dampened the spirits of the athletes.
You can see the passion, right? Being from Canada, young hockey player, young age, growing, it's their #1 sport. You come here, you can feel it's the same. These kids want to learn, they're hungry, and we're getting ready for the big game on Thursday night.
And they're clearly making an impression on the next generation.
I was nearly better than them. I got one off them. I scored a goal.
And with some silverware on the line, the crowd is in for some top-class action.
Guys were talking a little smack, so I don't think they know what's coming from. We didn't give our best effort in game one, but we were going to be ready to go in game two. So we're excited. We hear there's going to be a good crowd, and hopefully the Brennan brothers will... USA! 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 Woo!
They may take it down a notch or two. The tour is also a fundraiser for the Stop Concussions Foundation in Queenstown, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, a Dunedin musician gets the chance of a lifetime to represent New Zealand at the annual World Championships of Performing Arts, and the next generation of chefs and restaurant moguls show off their talent in Queenstown.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating. Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We've got a deal for you. We've bought a huge bulk order from Lee Stretch Moleskin. So comfortable, nice stretchy fabric, and they're in 6 colours. And the deal, $20 off a pair, or if you buy 2 pair or more, $25 off a pair.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
This promotion finishes June 30th.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Have you got time and skills to share? Find out what time banking is July 7th at 1:30 at the St Peter's Church Hall in Caversham. Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Thanks for staying with us. The Otago Regional Council is investigating the origins of a wallaby seen on the outskirts of Dunedin last week. A video on social media shows the marsupial hopping along Whare Flat Road near the bottom of 3 Mile Hill before it turns and disappears into the bush. It's far away from any known wallaby population. The council says if the species were to establish in the hills around Dunedin, they could cause significant damage to the surrounding agriculture and biodiversity. Anyone caught in possession of a live wallaby can be fined up to $100,000 and sentenced to 5 years in prison. We've got the All Blacks, the Black Sticks and even the New Zealand badminton team, the Blackcocks. Now a group of performers dubbed the Black Stars are set to represent the country in the States in the 22nd Annual World Championships of Performing Arts. And for one Dunedin musician, it's the chance of a lifetime.
A 20-something musician on a mission. Bronwyn Haley is preparing to fly out to compete at the World Championships of Performing Arts in the US. She entered last year and has funded her own way there through music.
But yeah, lots of fundraising. I think the people at the Andersons Bay Countdown are very sick of my busking.
She'll perform with the other members of the 20-strong New Zealand Black Stars team at the Long Beach Performing Arts Centre in California. The country singer was invited to compete for her country after success in the music charts.
My EP got on the charts last year, and the people that organised the New Zealand team for the World Champs of Performing Arts approached me and asked if I'd be interested in competing and representing New Zealand, and it took me a while to decide, but eventually I decided that yes, I did want to.
As well as mentoring from top entertainers, there's also significant prize money for the major winners. However, Bronwyn is keeping her expectations well grounded.
I haven't really paid much attention to the specific prizes, but there's like mentoring, there's scholarships, all sorts. But really, I'm just happy to make contacts and connections and get a bit more exposure.
She's become known around Dunedin for making videos to songs, spelling out the lyrics, like this one for her song Quarter Life Crisis. And when she returns to New Zealand, she's straight back to work with a couple of video projects. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
The next generation of chefs and restaurant moguls have been showing off their stuff in Queenstown. Queenstown primary school pupils kept themselves busy, setting up and running their own restaurant.
Getting a taste of running a restaurant. Queenstown pupils spent a busy few hours setting up and running their own eatery, taking on roles from waiters and hosts to chefs and managers. Local restaurant owner Dave McKenzie says he's impressed seeing the budding young foodies learning all the facets of running a restaurant.
It is inspirational to see these kids get so into this and watch the people get into it with their enthusiasm, their dedication to their roles they've taken on, understanding how it comes out where the food starts from construction to writing the menu and to sit on the entrees and mains as a part of the restaurant.
Diners included school staff and local restaurant owners. They were treated to a menu including savoury pikelets, lasagna and lemon cheesecake. The aim was to teach students about systems, including those needed to run a successful restaurant. Queenstown, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. A petition to save the South Dunedin New Zealand Post branch, which is due to be closed, is picking up steam, and one of the organisers has a message. Around 60 people participated in the Bowl for Bowel Cancer fundraising event in Invercargill as part of Bowel Cancer Awareness Month. And competition for parking spaces is forcing Dunedin residents to drive to work earlier and even avoiding some areas altogether. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Phil Somerville. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper?
Hi Melissa. Well, I was working last night and I saw reference to the Wallaby story on. It's quite a serious story. Last night we were struggling to the two-column. When you're in a newspaper and what we call a two-column story, you've got room for one word per line. It's very hard to do headlines, and the Wallaby story crossed my mind, but we skipped the idea because of the seriousness I wondered whether we should say where's Wallaby. So, but where's Wal didn't make it, obviously, because it is a serious matter. But, yeah.
But that would have been a great headline.
Yes.
I'm sure many people would have appreciated that.
Yeah, a bit weaker pun, but never mind. To tomorrow's paper, a mural of Ralph Hotry's being drawn up in Carroll Street. We're going up to take a photograph of it tonight, partly done, and so that'll capture it in action, and then tomorrow hopefully people will be able to see it well done. So he's of course a big figure around here, and it's great to have him join the murals around the city. It's up in Carroll Street.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Hopefully they might have another few prominent Dunedin artists maybe on the way.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, not. Queenstown regularly gets new hotels. There's planned in Remarkables Park, so keep an eye out for that. The editorial tomorrow's about an issue up in that region too. The non-notified consent for NZ Ski to extend their learners slope through a high altitude wetland. We've had some stories about that, and quite a hard-hitting editorial on that subject in tomorrow's paper. Look for that.
That will make for interesting reading.
Regional councils also had discussions today. Farmers and environmentalists often on different sides, and very difficult issues with minimum flows for Central Otago rivers. That was an issue today that came up for discussion. It's causing angst for farmers, and the process of sorting that out is a tricky one. So stories on that. I thought I was mentioned too, we seem to be up in that part of the country a lot today. You had the video earlier, but a preview of the ice hockey match that sold out in 2 seconds flat, apparently, that Canadian team versus the USA team. So that should be great for all who get along to that.
I know, I'm a bit envious. I wish I was there watching that tonight. I personally love ice hockey, and seeing the USA go against Canada and the Canadians.
So which team's your puck?
I always went for the Canadians.
Oh, very
yeah,
good.
Lovely. Thank you. So you can catch all of that in tomorrow's newspaper. And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by MoleMap.
Looking at the situation, we're in for mostly fine weather through to Saturday with nighttime frost and cool days, but expect a period of rain on Sunday with snow on the ranges. Looking at the southern towns, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can all expect light southwesterlies, clear skies and a high of 7 or 8. Looking at the Central Lakes area, it's light winds and clear skies for everyone. Alexandra anticipating a high of 4, Queenstown and Wanaka a high of 5 degrees, and Tiana is considerably warmer with a high of 8. Looking at what's in store for the northern towns, Oamaru and Timaru can expect light winds, clear skies and a high of 10. Further inland it's light winds and clear skies for Amarama and Twizel with a high of 5 degrees. And in Dunedin tonight, there's some cloud with an overnight low of 6. It will be fine and sunny tomorrow with cold southwesterlies decreasing, a high of 10 and a low of 3, so it may be a good chance to get your lawns mowed or your washing dry. And Friday sees fine weather, so people will be out and about, hopefully with a high of 9 and a low of 3. And in Invercargill, there will be some cloud tonight with southwesterlies and an overnight low of 4. It will be sunny and cool tomorrow with moderate westerly winds, and becoming frosty tomorrow night, a high of 9 and a low of 0. Friday brings sunny periods and some cloud with moderate westerlies, a high of 9 and a low of 5. And that's our news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.